Hey there, fellow Seraphs, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 103, Climbing the Deadly Tower. Right at the start of the stream, I have to do a little bit of, or possibly quite a bit of preparation for the devastation, but one of the first things I need to do is to head back to the boat and grab my bow. So I'm going to be heading back to the boat to grab the bow, and also that should allow for the game to kind of load in so it runs a bit smoother. Because during high stakes combat, a smooth running game is kind of a big deal. So I want my bow, and then I also want to try to farm for temple gear before I really start to do any true devastation stuff. Because right now my spawn location is back at the Lazarette, which is miles and miles and miles and miles away. And it would be awful to die and spawn back there. It would basically be the end of this series unless I used dev mode to cheat my way back to where I am now, because I would never reasonably get back here within a sensible time frame, nor would I be able to get back to my own base in a sensible time frame, so I would be stranded at the Lazarette, having to start all over again, which is something I simply just wouldn't do. So we gotta keep that in mind as we proceed. Oh, looks like I brought myself to a dead end. Come on. Height clearance and all. There we go. So what I'm hoping to do is to get some farming going on, so that we can farm up a temple gear so that I have a spawn point nearby, so that if the worst is to happen, I just respawn close enough that I can get my stuff back. Some other preparations that I should make is to scout out a source of probably horsetail and also cattail, because I bet I'm going to need both if I am going to be heading into the devastation. We took a brief look into the devastation last stream, and it was a land of nightmares, to put it bluntly. I mean, it was truly a nightmare landscape. So it's nothing to sneeze at. We're going to need full preparation for survival. I'm also running low on food, not to be understated. So that's another issue that we're going to have to face. And I think I'm going to bring the flax fibers with me, because I can always turn the flax fibers, 100% spoiled, 100% spoiled, 100% spoiled. I can always turn the flax fibers into, like, linen for bandages or something like that. Alright. Old cooking pots could probably go away, but I'll keep the bowl on me. Alright, so now I have the bow, and we're going to head back to the edge of devastation to farm for temple gear. Oh, hello, wolves. And I'm also planning on building, like, a very simple protection shelter, so that I have a place to rest if I need to rest. So speaking about the devastation, some of the center of the devastation is story locked, just the way that the Lazarette and the Resonance Archive was, where I will not be able to build or anything, exploit blocks, etc. So I do want a shelter, and the shelter is mostly going to be at the edge of the devastation, so that I can farm for gears and sleep if I need to, because trying to fight the nightmares during the day is difficult, needlessly so. I'm not too worried about grabbing a chest for loot, because there's not really going to be a lot of loot, to be blunt. The stuff that I'm killing only really drops 3 things, which is gears, 2 types of gears, and linen, flax fibers. So I don't need a lot of storage for that. Plus, I've got saddlebags and everything. So right now, I guess the priority is build a small hut near the devastation. One of the issues I'm going to have is I, of course, will not have access to doors, because I didn't bring a saw. And I would need to do metal smelting for a saw. So this small hut is, you know, is not going to be nice to live in other words. Which is fine. Just needs to protect me. And I'll probably need to dig up more dirt. What I want to do is I want to have it large enough for the elk. In fact, I don't even necessarily want the elk going anywhere. Once I'm here, I'm just going to basically keep my elk indoors to keep it safe. Alright. Food. Yeah, I know. Cooking pot? No, I wanted the cooking pot. Thank you. And it's 55% spoiled. So let's try to eat as much of this as possible before it loses its nutritional value. And we're right on the edge of devastation so that I can farm fibers and gears and stuff like that. That's probably enough. What's the biggest building I've ever built in a survival game? I don't know. I don't usually build grand architecture, as it doesn't really demonstrate the game mechanics all that well. Unless there's like a reason for some grand architecture project. So I don't ever bother with that. Alright, that's my last dirt block. I'm going to hold on to it in case I get stuck somewhere. So this is all like gravel. If I wanted soil, let's grab the elk and head back to the dirt area so that I don't have to walk all the way out. So marking this down. I'm going to have it be like a pink. Beneath me would be rock. Yeah, beneath me isn't going to be dirt. Oh, there's copper here. Well, if I did need to do metal smelting, I guess I could. I don't intend to. I don't want to go back to the Copper Age for no reason. Oop. And here we are. Now, I could try to make a crude door. I guess a crude door is better than no door. So I'll also go to the closest tree and get myself a crude door. Not that I think a crude door is going to survive well. But even if it works once or twice, that's probably enough. Robert Barton, thank you, and Winnie, both of you, thank you for the resubs. Alright, nearest tree for a crude door. So, a little reminder about crude doors. Here's the crude door. It's like axe, logs, sticks. So it doesn't require a saw, which is why I'd want to build it. But it does require a tree, which I'll need to find. And there's like no trees around. Oh, there's one. I also wanted to find healing items, but that doesn't necessarily mean a super high priority. I could do without. Is this an actual tree or is it just bushes? Oh no, there's a tree in here. My axe is on the saddlebags though. Yeah, crude door is probably more annoying than anything else. I don't necessarily disagree with you. I am... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I do find crude doors being really annoying given how often they break. It's just... I don't plan on going to my survival shed often enough for it to really matter all that much to me. In the scheme of things. But you are right. Crude doors break all the time. Well, actually, if I want to make the crude door, I actually have to grab you, don't I? There's 2 crude doors. Alright, let's head back to the little survival shelter. Set it up, and then I will probably scout for horsetail. And no, maybe I'll scout for horsetail when I need it. I don't necessarily know I'm going to need it quite yet. I mean, I think I'm going to, but I'll aim to get it once I'm down to like just a few bandages left. That is a wild landscape, and you can actually see the tower in the distance there. Alright, Elkie. You've served me well. Now, Elkie has a lantern on its neck, so I don't really need a light source in here, as the animal itself will serve as a light source. And I'm putting 2 doors on just for redundancy so that if one breaks, I've got the other. Alright, things I don't need on me right now. For right now, I don't actually need the bow and arrows. I'm going to save that. The low fertility soil, I'll probably dump. And I'll keep the bone flute on me. So the current priority right now is farm for a temporal gear. And I have 2 doors, and I'm not planning on closing both. The other door exists so that if one unhinges, I can close the other. I can flip-flop between them. So, I am not close enough to the tower. And if we take a look at the map here, the tower is right here. I'm just going to call this the tower. I'll pin it. And then delete the other one. So that it's in the middle of the marker. So we're not actually close enough to the tower for it to stop me. So I could, as you can see, this requires tools that are like too high to break. But I could build things. Right? So if I needed to emergency, like, put a wall around me to protect myself, I could do that here. And I'm here for temporal gear, so I can set a spawn point here in case I die. And for that, I need to kill things. And all I'm gonna raise the volume a little bit. All the flax fibers I'm getting, I can try to turn into like bandages if I need to. Where are you going? Oh man, there's so many Bowtorn around me. Oh god, it's like a wall of Bowtorn. Anyways. Farming for gear is a little sketchy. Oh, there's so many Bowtorn. And you can see why I got the shield. Oh my god. Stop it! Legion of shooters. You cut it out. The other challenging thing is it's really hard to loot, considering there's so many monsters that attack you, that you're having the opportunity to clean up loot is like kind of rare, because you just keep getting attacked by more and more stuff. That one's dead. Well, I want to find where there's, like, drifters and not Bowtorn. Ow! Frickin' Bowtorn. Stop it! Get you, kill you so good. I know how healthy I am. Don't worry. I understand numbers. It is not useful. I can always walk out anytime I want. Or heal when I feel too low. I'm trying to preserve my healing. God, stop giving me the other gears. I want to de-armor every time I heal. Oh, there we go, tempo gear. That was faster than I thought it'd be. Not bad, not bad. Let's get this bound. Or actually, you know what? I might not bind it here. I'll have to think about that. Look at the durability of my equipment. Durability of my equipment is going to be fine. It's steel. It's 1900 out of 2000. It doesn't break. I mean, if steel broke easy, no one would make it. It wouldn't be worth making. Steel is steel for good reason. All right, all patched up, and let's do a little bit of eating. All of this delicious spoiled food. Okay, that cooking pot can go bye-bye. Taking all my nutrition. Grain is my lowest. This is rye porridge, so we'll just start eating rye porridge. Nice. All right, gear. Spawn point is set. Armor is redonned. And I'm going to take the bow, arrows, another rye porridge, put my bandages back. I'm probably going to keep my my shield on at all times, given where I am. So, yeah, I'll put the rusty gears away. Maybe pull the meal into the shovel spot. Alright, so now that I have a bind, head to the tower. That's my priority. I think what I'm going to do, heading to the tower, is actually take the elk. Can torches be placed in devastation for light? Not that I know of, no. There is kind of a way to place a torch, a little bit, which is if you go into settings, and you go into, what is it, interface or accessibility? It's one of these things. Oh, mouse click modifiers. No, that's not it. It's the option where you only pick up items when you're crouching. You can then, like, throw your lantern on the ground, and it can act as a light source that you don't pick up. I forget where the... Oh, yeah, item collect, always collect, or only collect while sneaking. That way you can, like, throw down light sources on the ground and not pick them up automatically. So there is a way to do that if you wanted. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the Tobias's cave color to yellow so I don't get the two confused. And see that thing up there? I know it's far and distant, but that's kind of why I'm here. A little bit. Low-key. So we're heading to the tower. Tobias, a little reminder, Tobias left us a note, or rather we were told through notes, I guess that's the same, that we need to obtain something called the lens, and it's at the top of the tower, in the middle of the devastation. It is kind of close to nighttime, which is less than ideal, but so be it. You can now right-click the time switch skill in your hotbar to activate it, or press Y. And I will tell you what this does in just a moment. So here's the base of the tower. I'm going to bring Elkie in. And needless to say, there will be lots of spoilers from here on out. The time switch skill lets me essentially change what time I'm in. So right now is modern time. Oh, shoot. Get out of here. Well, actually, time switch. And now, I am many, 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 many years in the past when the tower was an actual tower. I can switch between which times I'm in, much the way that the rust monsters can switch between the worlds that they're in. So as you can see, this rift, for instance, is like frozen because I time switched. All right, let's time switch back. And I need to get to the top of this ruined tower. And this is a bit of a parkour maze, if you will. Now that I'm in the tower, I'm going to pull my shield off of 3. I don't need it offhand, making me hungrier. So the core of the time switch, as you can see, is some of this ruined tower cannot be traversed, but I can switch which time I'm in to get through. If that makes sense. Cheers. So this door, for instance, is locked, but in current time, the walls aren't here. So I can get through it by switching times back and forth. And it's essentially a maze where you have to figure out how to get up the tower using time switch and parkour. And this tower has 9 floors. And we're going to climb it together. It also happens to have an elevator. But it is an elevator that is currently not in operation. So here's an example of time switching. If the other time period has something blocking you, you won't be able to switch. So for instance, right now, there is a pipe here, right? Well, if I stood... Oh, boy. If I stood right where the pipe is, I wouldn't be able to time switch because something would be physically blocking me from changing my time. Alright, let's climb back up. Just wanted to demonstrate that time switching doesn't necessarily let you phase through walls or anything like that. You're bound by time, but not by or bound by space, but not by time. And you might have seen the giant health bar at the top of my screen. That is indeed a boss. I am not very good at parkour. I don't play a lot of platformers, so I apologize for all of the, like, failed hops and jumps that you'll see me do. It's just not a skill of mine. But we are up a whole bunch of floors. It's also worth noting, fall damage, very much terrible. So be careful, because, you know, game won't have any mercy when you go kaplop. Alright, we are... Where do we go from here? And the tower here is guarded by a boss. Did I start off? Forget. Did I start off at this level? Is this a new level? Nope, I just backtracked. Oh well. The fall damage is a bit nerve-wracking. And if you're wondering, this is not my first time climbing the tower. If it was... Oh, please, go away. If it was, I would die a lot more. Oops. Crud. I've had practice. I know it doesn't show, but I've had practice. No! Get the hell away from me! It also doesn't help that it's like 8 p.m. now. Alright, we are up a floor now. Oh, no, are we not? Okay. Well, figured out how to get through that section. Just have to redo it again. No problem. Glad I didn't take any fall damage. And the time shift skill has a cooldown. So you can't just like spam it. It has like only like a 1 second cooldown, but it's not, you can't just flip flop between them rapidly. And yeah, the boss is a little big. He's scary. And if you thought the Eidolon was hard, I feel like I'm playing Dark Souls fighting this boss. Doesn't spoil much, but oh my god, this boss is a maniac. Stop it! No, go away, go away, go away. Okay, alright. I'm gonna catch my breath. Like, this is like palms are sweaty level parkour. I don't like it. It freaks me out. But we're considerably high up the tower now. As you can see, I can barely see the ground from this height. And we can try to get a gauge where it's like 3 more floors up or so. So, knees weak, yeah. And if I fall, I become crow spaghetti. And yes, it's the mad crow, not the mad cow. It's not a prion disease that is trying to kill me. Let me take a look. So that... where do I go from here? It's like really dark, so I'm having a hard time. I could probably climb up the sides. We're getting to the point where, given the time of day, my visibility is bad enough that I might need to just chill till morning. Although it's always morning here. Trying to see what sections look familiar, but it's like too dark for me to see. I don't like being hunted by that thing. And I don't know if you can hear the sound effects that are happening, so I came in this side. Yeah, it's honestly just a matter of light level. I can't see my hops from here. I need a stone to be able to, like, toss around. That'd be nice. Like plinking down a well. I definitely did not go up. This is most certainly down, and I'm kind of like isolated. So maybe what I'll do is I'll drop down a level. I'll have to reclimb back up, but that's okay. Gives you guys extra anxiety and gives me practice for parkour traversal. I also just picked up an a feather. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. A feather stem which dropped off of the boss. Practice for the next time I do this? Oh, don't jinx me like that. That's evil. Oh! Okay, I fell. Yeah, I think it's probably wise to wait for daybreak. I set out at a bad time. And that's my fault. But it's it's only 10 or 11 p.m. Oh, did I come the wrong way? Yeah, I did. Alright, back up to the exploded barrel level. And I'll take a breather here for just a moment. I'm trying to think of something I could do productive to wait out. Oh, shoot. Ouch, that was not productive. So one of the nice things is if you do get hurt, you don't get attacked in the past. There isn't enemies, really, to attack you like that. So you can take off your armor. It's one of the only reasons I would ever consider wearing plate armor. Because there's not a... one of the disadvantages of plate armor is when you have full plate on, you can't heal. But because of the time shift, you would be able to heal, because you could just time shift out of danger and then... oh, I fell. Time shift out of danger, take off your armor, heal, put your armor back on. That hop's a little hard to do. Actually, a part of me wants to just descend and try to pass time through sleeping. I think that'd be a better use of my time. Is this bed usable? It's a straw bed, but I can't sleep on it. It's sleepable in the past. Let's go to when it wasn't ruined. All right, now it's 5 in the morning. 7 in the morning, perfect. All right, let's do this again, but with like considerably more light. That should help a lot. It also will help you guys follow along the terrain traversal patterns that I have to do. Not being able to see what I'm doing probably doesn't help you any either. So that was the first room, pretty straightforward. First floor, I should say. Second floor is pretty straightforward. Third floor. Step on this barrel that is exploded in the future, which is higher, so jump and hop on it. And then from here, we can go... Oops. Bump my head. Let's do that again. Poor Elk just spent a night alone in a creepy tower. True. But he probably doesn't know better. Doesn't know it's creepy. Okay, there's this floor, and then for this floor, time shift to when the floor pattern floors actually exist. And then sort of like a sprint jump. Oh, come on. Sprint jump for when the stairs are slightly higher, and then jump again where the stairs exist. That's this floor. This floor is where we drop partially back down this way to go around the tower's edge. You've seen me do this one a lot because I kept falling. Some crazy parkour. We haven't even gotten to the hard parkour yet. I wish I didn't have to say that, but like, it's true. The parkour gets worse from here. Given the current situation, I should probably just be red to indicate that this is horrifying. Alright, that's that level. Oh. So now that it's light out, you can see the high stakes fall damage that can happen, which is why I really wanted the temporal gear ahead of time. I'm kind of mind blanking on where I go from here. Oh, it's shooting at me. Ooh. Yoink. Thank you for the javelin. I forget which way it is. Let's try. So I came in this way. I am blanking. Try out this way. No, this doesn't lead me anywhere. We could also analyze the past to see if the past path helps me out at all. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can get on that pipe. Yeah, I can get on that pipe. Alright, so how far is the pipe from the tank debris? So if I'm standing on this, I need to jump forward and out like 2 cells? There we go. Okay, from there I need to jump slightly to the left of the ladder. About there. Got it. Nope, didn't jump hard enough. I need to jump here-ish. Got it. Alright, we're up another level. Take my breather for a moment. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.